Hey, hello guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you all are doing good. So today we have DJI NEO2 with us, and when you're buying a DJI NEO2 you get two options to choose the RC controller, that is RC2 and the other one is traditional RC N3. So this comes with a built-in screen, and this one you have to plug in your phone to use this controller. So in this video we are going to use these two controllers and check the range test that we can achieve from the DJI NEO2 in the city environment. So without wasting much of time, let's quickly get into the video, guys.
Home point updated.
So guys, firstly, if we are testing out on the height, the max altitude that we can achieve with this NEO2 is 120 meters. We are flying both the drones simultaneously.
So the top screen that you're seeing is from DJI RC2 and the bottom screen that you're seeing is from DJI RC N3. With both of these controllers, we are able to achieve 120 meters of altitude, and we are going to push our drones to the maximum to see what's the distance that we can get from both of these controllers. So with that being said, on the right corner you will be able to see the battery status and the signal strength. On the left bottom corner you will be able to see the max distance and also the altitude. So the first warning that has just popped up on the RC2 when we hit 500 meters, saying that the signal interference and also the signal dropped from white to orange. That means we dropped with a 1 bar of signal. And on RC N3 still the strength is super solid and we are able to still push the drone smoothly. Now when we hit almost like 800 meters, both the controllers have turned their signal to orange. That means we have dropped a signal with 1 bar again, and now we are able to achieve 1000 meters, that is 1 kilometers, without any issue. Video transmission is super smooth on both of these controllers. We don't see any issues. So guys, whenever you are flying your drone so far, you ensure that the signal loss is set to RTH, means whenever your drone loses its signal with your controller, the drone will automatically return to the home point. That has to be enabled. So now you can see on the screen that we are able to achieve up to 1.5 kilometers, and then on both the controllers we are seeing a warning message, that is the signal is almost dropped and low battery RTH. That means the drone will be returning to its home point. So with this we are able to confirm that with the RC N3 we will be able to achieve closely 1.5 kilometers, 1560 meters, and with the smart RC we will be able to achieve 1670, that is 100 meters more than the RC N3. Again, this depends on the battery status. From a personal experience, I felt like this drone is not built to fly far distance and capture any object. Considering its battery capacity, we need to fly close by, but the build quality and overall stability in the air of this drone is super smooth and super good. So we can consider this drone for the beginner level, and you might have understood the range that we can achieve from both of these controllers.
So when you're flying the DJI NEO2 with these two controllers, it's not really about the range that you have to worry about, it's about the battery backup that you're going to get from the DJI NEO2. So the maximum battery backup that your NEO2 can get is up to 1.6 kilometers. So really you shouldn't be worried about the range that you're going to get with any of these controllers. The only thing that you have to worry is about the battery, but eventually we don't have any option to increase the battery capacity of the DJI NEO2, but whatever they have provided at the price range, I feel that's pretty justifying and the video quality is really great. So if you're worried on which controller you have to buy, then this one comes with a built-in screen and it is easy to use, but you get a lesser battery on this, and this one costs more. So if you're okay to spend more for the easy use with the inbuilt screen, then go with the RC2. Else the traditional one is a super choice that I would say, because you don't have any built-in screen, so the battery run on this particular controller is too long, and you just have to plug in your phone and use this controller. So the choice is up to you. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to comment below or DM me on the Instagram. I'll be happy to help you guys. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you have liked this video and found this video informative. If you guys found this video informative, do hit a like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.